Hello, friends. Welcome to GK Sports India YouTube channel. And this is the regular, the Kumbi Jiku show, where K Srinath, player-turned-umpire, and I, G Krishnan, will preview the ODI series, India versus South Africa, starting in Ranchi on Sunday, November 30th. South Africa, with confidence, sky high, winning the Test Series 2-0, will like to continue their form, taking it to the 50-over format and try to win that again. To discuss this, what's in store ahead in the three-match ODI series, starting at Ranchi, going to Raipur, ending in Vizag, K Srinath. Welcome, Sri. Welcome back to the Kumbi Jikku show. The ODI series, different format. You mentioned that review to the Test series that 0-2 loss for India will be forgotten. Will it be? Is it that easy to forget the defeat?
Easier said than done, but nevertheless, the color of the ball is changed, the color of the clothing is changed, and also it's no more a 5-day duration. It's going to be 50 over a side. Yeah, I mean, it's a different kettle of fish, and again, India have proved time and again as to why they're one of the top sides in world cricket, along with Australia and England in any format. Especially T20 is a format which we have dominated in the recent past. Having been crowned world champions last year round in the West Indies. It was just a hit and a miss in 23 when we lost to Australia in the World Cup final, that is the 50-over format. Yeah, the talks have slowly subsided, and not much has been harped on what went wrong, what should be done, and where are we heading. No more reactions towards what happened in the Test series. Yes, as you said, South Africa will be high on confidence. Again, they have Bauma at the helm of affairs. Of course, a few changes in their side. Rabada is not a part of the squad, though he was a part of the Test match squad. He was injured; he didn't figure in it. But again, India has a force to reckon in ODI cricket, and it's going to be an exciting series. The three venues that have been chosen, we certainly can look forward to some high-scoring games. Early winter, Ranchi, Raipur, and Vizag. Ranchi and Raipur can get a bit cold in the evenings, but certainly two new balls being used. And just to appraise the viewers, the change once 34 overs are bowled, the fielding set captain has a choice to choose one of the two balls that have been used. So maybe that could add a bit of a cushion for the bowlers. If at all the surface is a bit rough, the faster bowlers can come into picture by extracting some rivers, or even the spinners. If the ball definitely would have got a little bit softer, they can also extract some purchase off the pitch. But overall, it's going to be an exciting series. Looking forward to India coming out against South Africa. Again, the Indian side has quite a few changes, which we obviously will discuss during the course of the show.
Certainly, yes. And India, we saw Shubman Gill lead India in Australia recently. The vice captain is Shreyas Iyer, but now both of them are missing due to injuries. Rahul is back again as a captain, though for a stand-in arrangement. How do you look at the Indian squad, which also has, of course, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli continuing, and hopefully they continue from where they left in Sydney not long ago. And Ruturaj Gaikwad is back in the ODI setup.
Yeah, I think the noise is more all about, again, the Rocco show. As you said, there were showstoppers in Australia for the Aussies. They put on a fabulous partnership, and India beat Australia in the final ODI at Sydney. The talk would be about both of them because they just are going to play only this format of the game, and the whole discussion would revolve around both of them being available only for the ODIs, and will they be around for the 2027 50-over World Cup? Yes, nice to see Ruturaj being recalled into the ODI squad. But I'm happy for Tilak Verma. Always believe that this kid has got the potential again to be a three-format player. But now the three-format player dimension itself looks quite dicey. The amount of cricket these kids play, and there's a possibility of burnout, and mentally and even physically, skill set wise, we have found that they have been wanting, especially when we have played at home. Yeah, I mean, rest, I think, well deserved rest for Bumrah and Siraj. I think they've bowled a lot, and definitely we would, look at the likes of Harshdeep, Harshit Rana, and Prasid is already there, and they have Nitish ready as a bowling or batting all rounder, whichever they are going to look at him. And it's an opportunity for them, and because India plays the next ODI series in January against New Zealand, and after that it's only in June, July when they tour England to play an ODI series. So for Rohit and Kohli, it's going to be important that they stay in touch with the game. But to build the pool of players for the 2027 ODI World Cup, I think it's a good time to test out these fast bowlers who can be backup for a fit Bumrah and Siraj.
We just mentioned about KL Rahul being the captain, though in the stopgap arrangement. You also have Rishabh Pant in the in the squad. Who you think will be the wicketkeeper? We heard KL Rahul mention that in the press conference earlier on the eve of the match. What is your take on that?
I think KL Rahul will be donning the gloves, and Rishabh Pant plays. I think he'll be playing as a batter. I think it's an interesting one because earlier we've seen the likes of Dinesh Karthik play alongside MS, but Dinesh was a fabulous fielder, fabulous athlete. He could field anywhere, within 30-yard circle or on the boundary line. But Rishabh Pant as a fielder, raises question marks. Also, he's recovered from a serious injury. He's played two back-to-back test matches, and yes, but from the fielder, what we get to know is KL Rahul is going to bat at number 6 and also will be donning the keeping gloves. So it's going to be a strange situation. Unlike Dhruv Jurel playing as a specialist batter, though he was a wicket keeper, he's a fantastic fielder, both close in and in the outfield. So he could manage that. So how that is going to be managed by Rishabh Pant and the management is this wait and watch scenario.
We have never seen Rishabh Pant except behind the gloves or in front of the gloves. So it is going to be really an interesting situation. And where is he going to be placed on the field? That looks to be that is very interesting thing. Whether he is in the outfield, in the 30-yard circle. Just can't wait to see where he is going to be fielding. Or for all you know, KL Rahul may be on the outfield with Rishabh Pant donning the wicketkeeper's gloves. We never know because this is what the Indian team does. They say one thing, but surprise the spectators with a different set of thinking. You mentioned about KL Rahul at number 6, which he said mentioned in the presser. You have your opener set. So who are going to be your top order? Tilak Verma there. You also have the likes of course, Rohit Sharma opening with Yashasvi Jaiswal. And who's your top solid top order batters?
I think, as you mentioned, Rohit and Jaiswal will go in at 1 and 2, and 3 will be Virat Kohli. I think these 3 and number 6 is fixated for you. Now it all boils down to who's at number 4 and 5. So if Rishabh Pant plays, he's going to bat at 5. So to me, the number 4 position is a toss-up between Tilak Verma and Ruturaj Gaikwad. I've not seen much of Ruturaj Gaikwad bat in the top order, especially at number 4 or 5, for Maharashtra. So he's typically open the batting or, come in at number 3. So 5 Rishabh Pant, 4, it's a toss-up between Tilak and Ruturaj Gaikwad. But in the sort of form Ruturaj has been in recent times. He was awarded the Player of the Series award in the recently concluded 3 ODI games which India A played against South Africa A. So if that is the case, then obviously you would have Jadeja at number 7, followed, if India decides to play 3 proper fast bowlers, to me the starter would be Harshdeep Singh and Harshit Rana. Of course, Kuldeep would be starting along with Jadeja. And the third seamer, whether they would look at playing Prasid, because you have Jadeja at 7. If they again risk playing Nitish Reddy, how many overs are they going to bowl? Becomes the question. So to me, it would be the 3 seamers and Harshit Rana, Prasidh Krishna and Harshdeep, with Jadeja and Kuldeep as the 2 spinners. Jadeja will be batting at number 7. So 7 solid batters. That's good enough for you in ODI format. The only concern for me is at number 4. My gut says they would go with Ruturaj Gaikwad. Maybe down the line, in one of the games, we might see Tilak Verma turn out. But I'm waiting to see whether Rishabh Pant will don the gloves or it's going to be KL Rahul. That's my only concern.
Right. And looking at the opposition, how confident will they be from the 2-0 victory in the tests? And Bauma again, the captain, and you have some of the solid one-day batters with Quinton de Kock, who announced his retirement from international cricket, is now again back in the ODI format, scoring runs like he always does. How strong is it going to be, or how difficult is it going to be for India to take on the challenge of South Africa?
Well, obviously, the confidence is something they would be carrying forward. But quite a few of their players from the Test match squad are missing out on this. A surprise omission, what I see is, for whatever be the reason, is Tristan Stubbs. He had a fabulous, Test match series, and he actually was a renowned T20 cricketer. He plays across the world in franchisee cricket. In fact, the way he adapted himself to the longer format was a revelation. Having said that, yes, exciting. They've got Markram, they've got Ryan Rickleton, exciting cricketer at the top of the order, Ryan Rickleton. And again, somebody like Quinton de Kock. He's somebody on the same boat like Virat and Rohit, playing only the ODI format and coming back into the South African setup, after announcing his retirement. And of course, they have a very settled bowling unit and Marco Jansen, Lungi Engidi. They've got Corbin Bosch, Keshav Maharaj is there. So yes, a challenging side, but I won't exactly say it's going to be a real acid test or challenge for India, because India have got the best batters up there in the order and a quality bowling set. And again, it will be a test for the Indian bowlers, as I mentioned in the opener, saying that this is the time for the committee to decide or look into a pool of players going into the 27 World Cup. So yes, looking forward to an exciting start to this ODI series, and which it's going to be, I can't say that it's going to be favorites India, South Africa, or whatever. Both evenly balanced side. Maybe per se in terms of experience, I think India has got the edge. But yes, even Bavuma would be pretty aware. It's a different format, and it's just not that they steamrolled over India in the Test match series. They would be in a position to do the same, and they would be very well aware of it because they're a professional unit. One thing is we can look at some exciting ground fielding and catching from the South African unit.
Definitely, yes. And who are the key contests that you are looking for? I, for one, am looking at Marco Jansen versus Rohit Sharma. And we have seen how often Rohit Sharma goes out to the left-arm bowlers, especially the medium pacers. So that will be quite an interesting sight as to how Rohit Sharma deals with Jansen, who had a remarkable success in the Test series and wants to continue that in the ODIs.
So I think 6'7", 6'8", and from there another 4-5 feet. He gets somewhere close to 7.5 feet to deliver the ball. Yeah, him against our top order batters would be an interesting battle. That's one for me. From the South African point of view, I think I'm looking forward to Deval Brevis. He's an exciting talent. Surprised that he was not a part of the playing 11 in the Test match series. This kid is somebody who can take the game away in a jiffy. So yes, Brevis is somebody I would eagerly look at. But again, when he bats and what position South Africa is in, if he's going to encounter the likes of a Kuldeep or a Jadeja, how good he can be against them. Because playing against the faster bowlers is second skin for them. So I think, like you said, Jansen against the top order, especially Rohit and Deval Brevis. I think these are two contests certainly I'm also eagerly looking forward to.
Certainly, baby ABD is what he was known as when he broke into the scene, especially when he was in the part of the IPL in his first few matches of IPL. But that tag has probably been sidelined or not used so often as we do with some of the other upcoming players. But definitely, Deval Brevis is one who is, like you mentioned, very surprising. He was not part of the playing 11 in the Test series. We saw South Africa use the sweep shot to a great effect in the Test series. You think that will be one of their key weapons to counter the Indian spinners in the ODI formats?
Well, surfaces, the formats, all this differ. With the sort of field restrictions you've got, there are ample options for you to maneuver the ball and pick up singles. You can't have too many boundary riders, especially between 11 and 40, where you're allowed only 4 outside. It's always a challenge for the spinners to bowl in that particular period. As I mentioned, the challenge would exist till 34th over. Once the ball is changed, you know, certainly, after the 34th over, when the ball is picked from either one of them and used for the next 5 or 6 overs, the ball is definitely going to get softer that bit, because it would have been used for 17 overs plus another 5 overs, the amount of beating it's going to take. So it's going to get a bit softer. So maybe, the spinners might have a bit more purchase. But yes, it's just not about the South Africans alone. Even the Indians are adept enough, not only playing the sweep, the reverse sweep, the scoops, whatever you call. I think it'll be, a variety of those 360-degree shots that will be on offer for you.
Certainly. So looking forward to an exciting 3-match series, and that will be followed by the 5-match T20 series. More on that. So right now, it's the one-day matches, India versus South Africa, starting at Ranchi's Dhoni's city, MS Dhoni's city, and he was in the news where we saw him drive Kohli and others back after dinner at his house. Anyway, so that's match at MS Dhoni's hometown. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Shrey. Thank you very much, and see you soon at the other end of maybe the ODI series. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jiko. Thank you.
Bye.